Why can I never figure this out? Okay. I'll just turn the game audio down one more thing. Hopefully that should be fine. The thing about this game is it's not voiced, so I will be reading the text, which means I need to be able to be heard. Okay, this should be fine. Sounds fine. I hope. Right. I should probably point out, I've not played these games, but I have seen YouTubers play them. So I know the general what's happening, but I don't remember all the details and that, so hopefully, well, it's gonna be an idiot and not be able to tell what the hell I'm doing. I'm also going for achievements, so I will be doing stupid things sometimes, like, I think almost immediately. Oh, straight away got an achievement. Yeah, almost immediately I'll be doing something stupid. I also have voices. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. My amazing voice acting work. Right there. August 3rd, 7 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your clients as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Theoretically. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school has a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. It's fucking annoying, I know that much. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. During this trial will decide the fate of your client. My conduct. Why my conduct? Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. I think this is where I have to make the first... Yeah. I don't know if there's any penalty for this, so I'm just going to say before I do it. I'm going to say it's Mia. The, defendant? That's, Mia Fey? Wrong, right? Look, I have to leave. I have to go home. I'm expecting a delivery. Oh, come on, Chief. There's no need to be going so soon, is there? Listen, Wright. The defendant is the one on trial. Your client. I mean, that's about as basic as you can get. Put my foot in it this time. I've got to relax. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask one more time. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. There, I got the achievement. Please turn in your badge. Answer Mia Fey when asked who the defendant. The defendant is Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. I don't think there's any more of those. Yeah, not until episode 4. There is the ladder versus step ladder thing, which I need to just think about. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Oh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. No way, I forgot. I'm a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim, of course. Oh, of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the right bumper to check it at any time, okay? Wow, that's... Fine, Mia. I will press the right bumper. Cindy. I can't... I hope I don't need the full name because it just says Cindy. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Mia Fey. I'm guessing Cindy Stone? I didn't get a last name, but... The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was his statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Statue shaped of the Thinker is rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the right bumper to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Oh, this can only go well. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. Great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she'd completely abandoned you and seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th of July. Oh god, the dates are backwards. Great. American. The day before the murder. Wait, would the dates be backwards in Japanese? Yeah, the full date would be, so it could be Japanese. It could be the Japanese way of putting it as well, because the full date's backwards in Japan, isn't it? Like it's day, it's year, month, day, isn't it? Indeed, she appears to have returned to the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Oh wow. Really? Really? Are you really pulling that, dude? Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering or wait and see what happens? Stop him from answering. Object. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof. Win. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I'm here in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Is it? It's like Nick just said. He didn't know she was seeing these other men. I mean, his reaction seems to say that he didn't know either. Oh boy, this is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. That's not how that works. He went. What do I do? How months are? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Soit to the stand. Haha, get it? Soit? He saw it? Mr. Sawyer, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawyer, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okey-doke. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? He didn't? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Well, I guess I can. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? He's already screwed himself over because he says he couldn't go into the apartment because he was so horrified, yet he then went, well, but the phone in her apartment wasn't working, so he must have gone in there to try it. Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the right bumper. Yeah, how many times do you have to point that out? Then point out contradictions in the testimony. Okie dokie artichoke. Let's see. What do we got? Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood, noon to 6 p.m. Something must be in a hurry. Again, think it was strange, I left inside. I was unable to go inside. I press. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no. Nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Press. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right. You said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using it to call, and that phone wasn't working. Correct. What happened next? Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time. 1 p.m. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Excuse you? You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Nuh-uh. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. No, he was quite certain on the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawyer, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. No, there was a blackout. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I already know what your lie is, bruv. I see. You had a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine your witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. Yeah, because the dumbass forgot about the blackout. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah. Well, ugh. The defense has a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Sawyer? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. I didn't read that properly. Wait, I remember now, Mr. Sawyer. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Yes. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawyer. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Ha. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon was a statue, love. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Yeah, the murder weapon. Presents.
Objection!
Would that work? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the questions. Sorry. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes. How did he know it was a clock? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Huh, indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Baseless? Jesus. Just look at the witness's face! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Well, he's not going to say yes. That day, I never. Look, the clock, I had no, I mean, I saw, Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and it should burn. Burn! Give him death! Jesus. Order! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor. A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence in the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha. Ha. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Okay, Mia. I mean Chief? Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I'm just gonna bluff this. Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence that supports this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. I haven't used that. Time difference? United States of America. Hold on, I've got to think this. It's not 3 hours slow. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. This is the localization. This is supposed to be LA, right? California. I don't think California. Oh no, Paris is an hour ahead of where I am. So yeah, 9 hours. It could be 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM there. The next clock since returning home. Had she been using it in France to the point where she changed the time on it? Wait. Okay. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawyer? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Aha. Uh-oh, breakdown time. Oh. I think he might have rabies. Gross. Order! Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. It's because it's the tutorial case. And find the true culprit at the same time. Isn't that what this game is? You're not just defending someone, you always find the person who did it, who just so happens to be like a witness or something. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawyer was a common burglar. Why did I go say poised? He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and beat the shit out of her. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. That doesn't make sense because it was after he killed her that he was like, I would blame it on. And he looks at him and he's like, him. But he was already gone. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. And congratulations. Thank you, Chief. Just choking. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in that. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. How shitty a defense attorney were you? Are you? I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean bad. 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 Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? They're fair. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? Excuse me? Hold on. I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I know what she's talking about. It's the fact that she kept the clock. Oh, it's Y. You press Y to present. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she travelled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take travelling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realise things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Mia, are you flirting with me? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the centre of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Oh, good God. Them's some tits. Jesus. Just... Oh, where's my mic? There's my mic. Just take a breather for a second. I got an achievement there. So, I've already got, what, 3 achievements in this game? Yeah, 3. 3 of 30. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Save your progress up to this point. Yes. I didn't... Yeah, just save over that. Oh, is this where we meet Maya? This might be I don't know what's going on, but I have real issues speaking today. I've never been good at, like, the sight reading thing, which is hilarious because I studied performing arts, so, you know, scripts and all that crap, but I was infamous for being really, really bad at that. I once managed to make, like, a 5-minute scripted performance a minute and a half because I forgot my lines and just picked one random one from the end of the scene, and it was just terrible. But I've gotten better. I started reading, like, I'd be sat there reading Harry Potter or something and reading it out loud to myself, so I've gotten slightly better, but I'm still not great. And today I'm particularly awful, so there's that. Cellular. I don't need to read that. Beep. Hello? This is Maya. It is, it's Maya. Hi Maya, it's me. Mia? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know, you want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe? This is what I mean. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence at what upcoming trial? Ooh. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. Clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Did you even say that it spoke at all before? Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Wait, what? Why does it still say question mark, question mark, question mark? We've established this is Mia. Also, I'm pretty sure Mia's name was coming up, was it not? So who the fuck said this? Yeah. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting till then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Eat your burgers, Apollo. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you not? Ho ho. Oh, Jesus Christ. You are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. Oh no, this is that fucking character that uses all those stupid words. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out to dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Uh-oh, examine. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Oh, so it won't let me do anything else. I have to immediately go over there. Right? Move. Oh, no. How do I pan? How do I move? Like, she's over there. I know she's over there, but I can't. Oh. What the fuck? That smell. Blood. Sob. Sis? Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Snake! Oh. Who are you? Oh. Oh, she's dead now too, so there's that. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. So he sat there for a solid, like, God knows, like half an hour until her body went cold just with his hand on her shoulder. Like, yep, she's definitely dead. Chief? There's a statue. It's encrusted with dried blood. Dried blood? Fucking hell, Nick. How long have you been there? How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Lamp? Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of the glass light stand. Not the plan. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good sitting too. I don't think that's really relevant right now, Nick. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there's any clues here. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass lights. This is what I've just looked at. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Huh. A piece of paper? It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Maya. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I should probably call the police. This is a fucking murder scene after all, and I'm just here smearing my fingerprints all over everything. I better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there, on that sofa. Uh-oh. She didn't run out on me. Ugh! Yikes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought they'd be used for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and Sis, So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Nick, you know about this. He actively, like, thought as he came in the room. Oh, she was like, let's go out for dinner with her sister. Like, it's not like she's here for no reason and you don't understand why she's here. Like, you knew she was gonna be here. Yes, she says she wanted me to keep some evidence of her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Okie doke. Anything else? Right, I better call the police. That's funny. I think the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh dear. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. It'd be real bloody loud to be able to hear her through 2 sets of windows. Perfectly normal office desk. She's had a very particular policy in the office before. Spend big on the stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff separate. Plain code ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all that she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Oh, we're gonna try the phone again. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I'd better not use it. It's painful to look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. So she was hitting her with a blunt weapon, she probably died instantly. Already done. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Hey! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. It's another pun. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving an inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek! This word, Maya here, mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer, I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 AM, detention center, visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I'd done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow, thanks. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Is there anything I need to put on it? Camera. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. Real pro, this guy. Okay, let's talk then. I am. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Dude, you can't just go around asking people, like, what's with your clothes? Excuse me, my culture is not a costume. Jesus. Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange really. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yeah. Why is Maya so happy looking? Her sister's dead. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yeah, that clock shaped like the Thinker. What trial was that evidence in? The one Larry made? How could that have been evidence in a case? That's what I'm saying, Nick. Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Trevor? Well, I guess it would have been taken away. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. The conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Thanks, Maya. So you're an acolyte. A medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Huh. Wait. What? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESB and all that? Yeah, in training. Well, you can contact me as Spirit then. We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Sorry. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you for a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me? Accept. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Oh. Say, what about your parents? Ooh. Oh dear. I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Off I go! Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. What's this? A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Jesus. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. A solid mahogany desk. That was mahogany. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Fancy. Chair? Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves, okay. Filled with expensive looking books. This guy likes mahogany. Got some effie trinket in there. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Then what's the point? Painting. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Plant? An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Is that it? Are we done? Back to the office, I guess. September 6th, Vancouver Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumtree. Suede shoes. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. You think I'm Maya's lawyer? Talk? Yeah. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, 5th of August at 9 PM. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Oh no, I've just had a memory of a meme. Maya. About Maya. Yeah? I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. My friend. Nick's friend. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a fair prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumours of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Mia's favourite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordylene's Dricta, pal. Who's that? Oh, pal, said Gumshoe, I'm guessing. Mia's desk, perfectly clean, as always. The only thing that's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scary still is that Mia probably read all of these. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I have to check it out one of these days. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Do I have anything to present? Oh yeah, the note from Maya. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. That's great. If I tell him where I want it, there's no way in hell he'll give it to me. Oh, okay. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. The cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all of a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Ugh, you're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in its memory. Impressive. Quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You're done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. I wasn't going to, but now I am. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April, May, June, July, August. So, I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? You're trying your lowly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until after the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Is this guy back yet? Nope. Detention center. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. I got your phone? Oh. Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, actually, there's something I wanted to do. Yeah, this is pretty much I guess I need to go to the hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Jesus, I don't like what she's doing with her hands. It makes me feel like she's about to go raw. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Hee hee. Memo to self, thanks Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I could see the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Right, there's a chance it's gonna be you. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. I still see him painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know some flowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. There's some sunlight streams through the window, there's the faint coat of the office building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. It would be a little difficult to recognize the face from this distance, though. A simple bed, it's been recently made, and catching here. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Gulp. Better not encourage her. Please don't. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Really, please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No? Hey, I'm just doing my job here. Tee-hee. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. Tee-hee. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me, I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Is that all he can say? I'm a lawyer. Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness? I don't understand. How could I possibly give you information in good conscience, Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Jesus, you're useless. This asshat back. Seems like Mr. Grossbag is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha, so you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. Huh? That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes. Well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see me to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg? Did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why this strange reaction? Acha-cha. I have no idea why the fuck he said that. I'm really quite busy here. You just said you weren't. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you please leave? Now. I have nothing more to discuss with you. What is going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? And suddenly he's like, no, you can stay, it's good. She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The colour of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Oh dear, now I've got to go tell my detention center visitors room, 3:42 p.m. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Well, I see. I've been abandoned then. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. Hasn't she already told me? All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker plot that Barry made. He practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. Now you need 3 victims. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Wow, everyone's got real good noses. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? She could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer. She left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I'm pretty sure it'd be game over if I did. Defend Maya. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Yeah, that's the right reaction there, Maya. Oh, shit. Why? Why? Well... You aren't the culprit. Someone else is. How do you know? I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behaviour. Is that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help Maya out. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there. A long, long time ago. I can still remember. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. She's been smiling a lot. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what's next? Something's been bugging me. Just what is inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me? You are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I guess Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you're in no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no. Hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Literally, Maya just said it. White. That was his name. My sister told me. Yes. What was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Could it be a coincidence? Let's get at this drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of this half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? Huh. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait. I mean... You know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scrap. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Save. Time for the trial. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Why does it sometimes put AM and PM and other times not? I don't understand. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. I bet you'd love that one. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of the... Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window, here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon... Wait. The cause of death was loss of blood, yet she died immediately? Or... without spoilers. It would take it would take a little bit of time to bleed out. Like, maybe 5-10 minutes. Maybe. I mean, it didn't look like there was really much blood. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court records. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hi, that's me. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Thanks, Maya! It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. So I've just got to press everything. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I press. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. She put her points in first with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. And she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Ugh. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Yes, Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? No, I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Test. What kind of test are these again? Huh? What kind of... well, I hear they take little bits in the blood and that hemoglobins, I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert in blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? So there was blood found on the victim's finger. What have we got? Where death was instantaneous. That's not what I meant to do. On which hand was the blood from the detective? Right hand. She was right-handed. Ah, nice try. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Does that work? Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. Oh no, I know where this is going. The meme wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to the blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no berting your way out of this one, detective. Here we go. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Uh-oh. When? The day of the murder. No, the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Yesterday was the day after the murder. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. There is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Not the updated autopsy report. No, why is that a meme? No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. You, Edgeworth. I should have known you had something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood, the court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? Hee hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from Faye and Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you are Miss Mia Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Let's press some shit. How'd you know it was 9? Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night. Ugh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions? I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! Poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window, what did you see next? And then, I thought I was press. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Faye. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Mia Faye, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. it's just... No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. We do. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? This is bullshit. Roa. Are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Oh, you just fucked yourself over. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee. How did you know it was a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer, I hate you. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. He was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Not trivial. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Not trivial. The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And, as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fayeco? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I had it from my hotel room. Hehe. Law offices in Fayeco is where the murder took place. Where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have had the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have gone. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. The This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It's the same question from the last case. We know it was before Maya was murdered because she mentioned it on the phone. Mia was murdered because she mentioned it on the phone to Maya. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Well, when would it have been removed after that? Because it was taken straight into evidence. Huh, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yeah, yes I can. Ho ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is... My bad, I meant to present that. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. And what? Wait, this isn't my phone. Dude, be secure in the pink phone. Be secure about it. So you're a dude with a pink phone. What's wrong with that? Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Well, a good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I've gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 AM. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at the hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she's seen it before. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It was made by Larry. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh, he's carrying on with it. Oh, ho, ho, no. Jesus, them jiggle physics. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh? Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you'd heard about it. Wiretap. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known to think it was a clock. There is another way, and I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. I keep pressing A to try and present evidence. Have a look at this. Ah! That. I found this in Miss May's room and took it illegally. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. There's some screws loose on the receiver too. Even if that were the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yes. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Well, it would be that, wouldn't it? It's a clock, yeah, there. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Do we have to? Yeah, was it in the car? Was it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La la. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. Please don't throw your hair at me. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Like a big baby. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. By the wiretap. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wanted to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defence's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Oh, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. Of course I can. And will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. I wasn't saying she was the murderer. I was just saying that she was wiretapping the phone and asking her why she was doing it. But okay. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Miss Maya Fay, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this, unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. But her alibi is the bellboy, her alibi for not doing the murder, so that has nothing to do with the wiretapping anyway. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognise that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict is guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I've got to accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for... Understood. I accept your condition. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Why did she request it exactly at 9 o'clock? Oh, for an alibi? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. I guess I've got to press. What exactly is it you did at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright? You're refraining from asking a frivolous question. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from I guess Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the telephone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes. What then? Them? She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she'd finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. What was it, sir? Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocks on her door at the crack of 9, sir. I wish she was so particular about the time. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favoured me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for... Oh, embracer. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Are we just going to ignore the fact that he said we? They? At some point? Tisk, tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll learn this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honour, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. That's where he slipped on the floor. My first thought was that she was beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I have little chance with her lover there. What did he just say? What did you just say? Oh, rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your first testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see the man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we've just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold it impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. But you weren't expecting me to say that? Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. It's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it were too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his wide eyes and trembling lips, it sends shivers up my spine. Say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Oh, well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention centre now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack that was right, but she was close. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya didn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Yay. I can stop now, it's been more than 2 hours. And then I'll do the rest of the episode, I guess, tomorrow.